But I know to talk to your wifey about that.
Hello, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Things Happen. Here to recap our previous episode is Robert's reluctant ferret.
Oh man, she ran off.
She got
So
really reluctant.
It's out of the room.
Is that why you kept saying keep your ferret handy?
Yeah, I thought, what
This
an
makes sense now.
opportunity.
Well, and the last time, in the last game, they ended up fighting some really creepy people, and then some daughters committed some matricide. After that, they all went home. And then Brophy turned out to be a catfish. And that's all, folks.
Brophy turned out to be a catfish. It's not entirely wrong.
Sorry, I just came up with that off the cuff.
Excellent. So, yeah.
She is so pissed at me right now.
You guys took a percentage of the population of ICAF who were willing to follow you, and you returned back to Van Richten's domain. Much to your surprise, the boundaries of the domain, shortly after your arrival, began to slowly expand over the course of several days, allowing you new and fresh land to be worked. Since then, you guys have built new wings onto the house for all of these people to live under. You've taught them how to farm, how to care for themselves, and with their help, this domain has become a thriving, self-sustainable settlement.
Question.
Yeah.
Did we teach them to farm corn?
Yes, now that you have corn, it is
so big in our last little dimension we were in.
It has become one of the many things that they have begun to farm. After the first couple weeks, once everybody got very settled and comfortable, and tensions started to ease, spirits have been incredibly high. Children have been running around laughing. It's no longer the quiet little domain where a small handful of people just kind of live. It's become a domain filled with a few hundred people who are all working toward a common goal. Upon your return, Alan did lock himself in his rooms for 2 days. And when he emerged, he spent day and night in Van Richten's laboratory working on projects. Very determined to see about finding his partner, Arthur.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is that we saved some people, we taught them to farm, they're all doing great. Our scientist friend is back in his area doing his science project. So we won D&D. You're welcome.
Except for the miserable science dude, of course, yes.
I mean
casualties. Yeah, exactly. Casualties of war.
Yeah.
And I mean, you are still stuck, right? Like, you guys are still stuck in this weird kind of realm.
Y'all, I don't remember where we came from.
Not here. You definitely didn't come from here.
Morgan's actually just having it because, all you can eat buffet all the time, all the time.
Corbin also agrees. Suddenly, so many people. I mean, food days.
Actually, yeah, they've absolutely cut a deal with you where they do provide a small amount of blood for you to sustain, and they have a whole system, and they cycle through willing adults on a regular basis. They have a list of who's going next, and that way everybody can kind of rebuild their blood. But yeah, you have a pretty steady supply of willing sustenance. And actually, Corvin and Morgan, for some strange reason, you two have become the favorites of the children. So at any given time, there's about 9 to 16 kids who are just following you guys around, trying to get your attention. Morgan probably because he's large yet cuddly, and Corvin probably because he I'm not really sure if Corvin is a fan of kids, but he doesn't seem like it, and that's probably leading the kids to really just enjoy messing with you.
Yeah, Corvin's like, just you bunch of freeloaders, not giving me any blood.
I'm best friends with them, particularly when they throw the ball. That's like my favorite pastime.
Yep. That's actually one of their favorite things, too. They like to laugh at how you run.
Love it.
Well, my best friend is Lonnie, and she kind of looks like a child, so I can still be a favorite of the children.
She's the worst at throwing the ball.
Lonnie does fail her ball throwing checks quite frequently. It's canon. Sorry.
It's true.
In these couple months, is there anything that you guys would have wanted to have been working on, character-wise?
I learned another language. Am I allowed to just say that and it happened?
Which language is it that you would have wanted to learn?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think about this. I didn't know we'd have this chance. You can take it away from me if you want to. Elvish. I learned Elvish.
Months, I wouldn't say you're fluent in a brand new language, but I would say that you have become understandable.
Actually, you know what? That makes sense.
Much the same way I am with Spanish. I can speak it slowly and deliberately, but if someone tries to speak Spanish at me, I'm going to need to say otra vez because I didn't catch it the first time.
Lonnie, can you teach me Gnomish? I learned Gnomish-ish.
Yes, you learn Gnomish-ish.
Okay.
Corvin is going to be, so when we first made it through, you kind of just skipped over it. So I was going to be looking for anyone that seemed to come to the safety very fast. Like it seems like they pick up on how the transportation works. And then also just see the people that did come through fast, how they hold themselves around the town. Do they seem like smart people? Do they seem outgoing? Stuff like that. Basically, I'm looking for like a secondary party for the doctor, if need be. If we need to split up our forces.
Yeah, you very quickly identify 7 individuals who do show that they can learn very quickly and apply what they've learned very quickly. They do show signs of critical thinking and do take initiative on their own. And they do show a very quick understanding of how the domains have worked for you in the past. And they show this understanding by asking very well-formed, thought-out questions. So you can kind of interpret like, oh, they're on the right track. And if there's any like tests that you wanted to perform by like taking these groups out into the mist, if you've decided to do that, then you've gleaned a little bit more. But you've got 7 individuals who you've decided to take under your vampiric wing.
All right. Yeah, not going to plan on doing anything with them right now. I just want to make sure we have backups when we inevitably die, or we feed Dr. Van Richten's domain or whatever.
Characters?
I mean, it could be that, but also if we need to split up our forces, we have a narrative reason, like, hey, they can go take that domain while we're working on this domain, kind of thing.
Cool. Awesome. I love that. You've got 7. I'll message you sometime in like off stream and away from game, and we can kind of figure out what we want these 7 to actually be looking like, but we'll actually build them and make them tangible characters in case you ever want to use them.
Okay. Yeah. Mainly, so I didn't realize we were going to get up and running so fast for food. My main idea was going to have them sent out for any domain that the doctor already knows about that seems rather safe, but has some food there. So while we are building up our food supply, that was my plan. But if we built up our food supply really fast and we could sustain the people, it wasn't really necessary. So.
Yeah, the domain did respond very quickly to the large influx of new residents. So not only did you gain a very large amount of new acreage, but in this acreage, anything that you had planted did begin to sprout even faster, allowing you to harvest and replant. In addition to that, previously there had been a pretty large store that had been built up over time just in case anything had happened. Um, so there was already some available food on hand. I mean, you can always send them out to harvest that cornfield if you
Yeah.
really wanted. There's lots of corn there.
Yeah. We also know it's not actively hostile, but not exactly friendly. So don't want to send
Yeah.
them out to that if we can avoid it.
And for those of you watching, that's a throwback to episodes 4 through 6 or 7. I don't remember. So yeah. Anybody else?
I've been wanting to actually those dragon bones and claws that we pilfered from the dead dragon in the other world. I've been actually trying to talk to the science guys about developing some form of claw weapon for Morgan, built or something that reinforces Morgan's natural claws, but with dragon claws.
Let's see. Okay. What is your current weapon?
My greatsword.
Yeah. What is that? A D10?
2d6s. Plus my modifier, obviously.
Two D6s, huh? Okay. Okay. Yeah, you are able to break apart the. Cause you took fangs and teeth from Pulau, right?
Fangs, teeth, claws, whatever we could fit in our bags, pretty much.
Cool.
Corvin and I pretty much just strip most everything valuable off.
Working with Van Richten, although he left it mostly to you because this kind of thing really doesn't appeal to him much. It's not really his thing. He's more sciencey. But he did help you with the application of like where to tie the bones together and how to hold them together. And he does make you, or he does help you fashion kind of a clawed dragon bone gauntlet.
Ooh.
And it's going to increase your damage to 2d8.
That's dope.
With the leftover bones, you're actually approached by some people and they've asked to take the bones. And you weren't really entirely sure why until they returned to you, to each of you, a few days later and hand you bone carved talisman that they've called the Wings of Pulau.
take it like very excitedly, and like my first instinct for some reason is to bury it, but I don't.
So it's a good call. While you wear this talisman, once per day, you gain the ability of flight for 5 minutes.
Cool.
Nice.
There you go.
Do we know that yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Attunement?
Corbin
not attunement?
uses it to get away from the children.
Is it attunement or not attunement?
Is it what?
Attunement or not attunement?
No, while you're wearing it.
Okay. Cool.
So, just don't let it come off. Especially mid-flight.
It doesn't
2 minutes
come with
up, 30 seconds down.
We didn't equip the parachute of Pulau.
No. That comes much, much later, and it requires many more bones. Lonnie, did you want to be doing anything over these few months?
No, I guess
okay.
not.
Hey, no problem. And so over these few months, you've also seen Alan periodically leave the lab and actually go outside. And every time he goes outside, he's got a new sensor that he's taking out to the newly made boundary of the domain to set up. And then one day he comes to you. He gathers you all.
We are gathered.
Do you have any leads there? Really? Is this a domain you guys have explored before?
No, I don't believe so. And the only reason I think it might be him is normally we see large spikes of activity from our sensors, and this one we're actually seeing some pretty violent dips in energy readings from time to time coming from an outside domain.
Do you know if Arthur's able to remove energy from a domain?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Do you know if Arthur's able to remove energy from a domain? Is that a thing you guys have studied?
It's nothing that we have studied, but it has been something that we have speculated at, and I think he might be trying it. These domains were created to house dark lords. They're essentially prisons for evil entities to, from what we gathered, to torment them for an eternity, whether they realize it or not. And so we've always wondered what happens if you remove the prisoner from the prison. And we've guessed that the prison would remain where it is. We've guessed that without the prison has no cause and would go away. We've even guessed that it would be impossible for a prisoner to leave. But with these dips that I'm seeing, I think Arthur might have figured it out.
Well, regardless, I think it's probably worthwhile to take a look at it, even if it isn't Arthur. But surely it is. Surely it is. I just kind of pat him on the shoulder.
I appreciate your kind words, Corvin. You've become quite good at that, at comforting people lately.
Yes. You see, I kind of grit my teeth as I see like a line of children. Sometimes I have to.
There are worse things than being around some people. Excellent. I'd like to leave as soon as possible. My things are all packed and ready to go. If you guys need to gather your own your own wares, then we can go as soon as any who are willing are ready.
Well, I'm not a favorite around here, so I'm ready. Alan's taken. The children don't care about me. Let's go.
I'm sure I'd warm up to you a little bit if you just gave me a bit of space.
That's not how I love.
Well, to be fair, it's not how I love either. And then he wheels himself up to his quarters to get his stuff, and with the promise of meeting you guys out front.
Yep. Corvin will grab his stuff from his room and get ready to leave as well.
Ditto.
Same.
Cool. You meet him out front, and he's got this long sheet of paper that he's perusing. And as you guys come out, he kind of holds it up and he shows you like the dips in energy readings where, much like an EKG, where it's got like the lines, it'll have a pretty steady line and then a massive violent dip before it slowly comes back up and then stays steady for a bit. And then it has this massive dip. And he says, all we have to do is, follow the numbers.
Fair enough. When I see the dips, does it seem to go back up to the same level it was at originally, or does it seem like it's slowly losing energy over time?
It does go when it comes back up. It stops a little below its previous steady state.
Okay.
So even though there will be a violent dip and it's regaining energy, it's not regaining as much as it had previously lost.
Well, numbers is what I speak. Hopefully you guys are able to keep up.
Well, I can move at 30 feet speed. So
It's only specific.
No, I also have bonus dash actions, so I guess maybe I can go faster.
Puzzled face at dash action.
Like this, and I take off.
Wow, they're just fast.
All right. Excuse me. You guys. Ow. I don't want 2025. You guys head off into the mists.
Into the mists.
Surely we're not going to deal with any monsters bringing up 2025.
No.
I think we've met them all.
And thine were delicious. I mean, delightful.
At the end of the story, it's going to be, and we were the monsters the whole time.
Yes.
Jumping
How
into
many
these
times?
dimensions.
Corbin's like, how many times we gotta tell you?
Stop giving it away. Come on, there we go.
Can you guys hear the clickety clacketing in the background?
A little bit.
I'm sorry. He does not know where to go. Okay. No.
All right. You guys walking through the mists. Yeah, oh man, it's a hike. Excuse me. I've been coughing all day. It's a hike. You guys are in the mists for an inexplicably long period of time. You even have to stop and make camp because you're just in the mists. You have no idea when you're actually going to be spat out into this domain. And after about a day and a half, the mists finally do part. But only just. You're able to see through it, and this man comes running towards you, rather portly, bald fellow.
Punch him.
He comes running towards you, and he's yelling, "Help me! Help me!"
I look behind him.
Oh, there's banshees behind him.
Oh, guys, that's probably not good news in any dimension.
He's being chased, this poor guy. He's being chased by banshees. Help me!
How many banshees are there? Does it look like?
Do you want to help him?
I mean,
guess.
they're coming our way anyways now.
Depends.
I mean, it's helping ourselves, help him to help ourselves, kind
Yeah.
of thing.
There's nothing on TV, so I guess we'll help him. We're already here.
Just two. Just two banshees.
This is
Ignore
gonna
the
be
other.
being cheesy.
I'm gonna transform into my werewolf form.
Why did I even take it off the board? Roll initiative.
Definitely go.
Still not strong.
Oh, Nelly, let that be the only one. Oh, same Corvin. Oh, great, Morgan, you're doing so much better. Oh,
Oh, there we go.
Well, honey's got his beat.
I wasn't the
No, you're the
worst.
best.
Yeah.
As soon as I rolled that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna already have to change out my dice.
The winner.
Morgan, 8. Lonnie, 9. You want to know what's really funny?
What's
You
that?
guys still rolled better than the banshees.
Oh, okay. Dude, just go somewhere. Do you want to be in your
That's just kind of the day we're having today.
All right. Lonnie,
That's
why don't you
me.
kick us off?
I'm gonna go ahead and try my new cantrip. I'm gonna start with a thorn whip.
Okay.
Does a 4 hit?
No.
All right, the next.
Is that all you wanted to do? Had to make sure. Morgan,
Yes.
your go.
I'm going to move over. I'm going to run at the nearest one enthusiastically. I'm going to attack him with my claws.
With your new dragon claws.
Yes.
Okie doke.
And let me get back on that page. Cool. And does an 11 hit?
An 11 does not hit.
I need to be a little more enthusiastic. Okay, I'm going to go. I get my second attack because level 5 just gave me one of those. Nat 20.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. So,
You swipe at the ethereal banshee. Your dragon bone claws seem to pass through it almost. And then you decide that you're going to backhand it instead. Banshees have no defense against a good backhand.
I backhand it for 13 points of slashing damage.
Ooh, yeah. Cool.
And that ends my turn.
Corvin.
All right. Corvin is going to go ahead and run between the two banshees, right behind the one and flank with Morgan, and try some rapier strikes. 11. Is 11 going to hit?
An 11 is not going to hit. Is that with advantage?
Yep, that was with advantage. And well, that's going to be it.
Yeah, having recovered from the backhand, the Banshee almost seems to dance mistfully around the blade of your rapier. Mora.
So before I go, everybody hold up your D20. And we're gonna like high five through the camera for good luck. Because we need it. Yay!
Mine's digital, so
So it's already there. Yay, we did it, guys. Now if this fails, I made it worse. I'm sorry. Okay. 17 to throw my psionic blade, because that's what I do now.
Yeah, 17 hits. Which one are you throwing it at?
The one next to Morgan.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So that's going to be, hang on a second. 5 plus 10, 13, 19. And then does a 15 hit?
Sure does.
19 plus 6 is 25 damage.
25 total?
Yes.
Wow. Those are Morgan numbers.
I know, I'm so excited.
I forgot to double my damage for that nat 20. Oh well. Opportunity missed. As soon as you said Morgan numbers, I was like, wait a minute.
My numbers were supposed to be bigger than that.
My numbers are supposed to be a lot higher. Entitlement.
Morgan, does a 15 hit you?
I'm going to go off on a limb and say, nah.
Because you're unsure? So you got to go out on a limb?
No, I don't. I wasn't looking at my character sheet, and then I looked at my character sheet.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, you should probably really check your character sheet.
Nah, he said nah, it's fine.
Nah.
The Banshee reaches out with long skeletal fingers, and it like grabs onto you, and it starts pulling its face towards yours. Its jaw unhinges, and it begins shrieking in your face, and you're able to hold it back from getting any closer to you. Corvin, does a 20 hit?
It sure does.
You take 9 necrotic damage.
Well, that's a bummer.
As this one grabs onto you and begins, it gets its face really close to the side of your head and just begins shrieking in your ear.
I can hear you. You don't have to yell.
Lonnie.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
I guess we'll try produce flame. Does a 13 hit?
Yeah, it does.
Wow.
Which one are you aiming for?
Is it that red thing next to me? By me?
Nope, that would be Mora.
That's me.
Okay. I won't
Hit me,
go.
I dare you. I'm just kidding.
I guess the one little north, kind of right across
the
from
one
Mora.
closer to the top?
Yeah.
I'm glad that you were pointing.
Yeah, I know. As you can tell. That's why I was doing that.
Yeah, okay, cool. How much damage for the produce flame?
It is 4.
Cool. Anything else?
Nope.
Morgan,
Yes.
what would you like to do?
I'm flanking that guy, right?
Yeah, you sure are.
Cool, and I'm going to attack, but I'm going to call my shot beforehand. He's going to get it. So here's my camera. I got another nat 20.
For
Just so-
jokes.
No, for serious. I'm showing the nat 20.
I'm going to be honest with you. I can't see it, but I'm going to believe you because I've never known you to be a liar.
Oh,
Except for right now when he lied. Sorry.
Well,
I
I've
just
never
want- there was
known
more-
Laura to lie, so now I guess that means you're lying. So no, roll again.
I wanted to just show off my nat 20. It was more where I was getting at. But here we
No, I
go.
get it. 2 in a row, big deal.
Okay, so that's going to be...
Don't forget to double your damage.
I appreciate that. Thank you. 9, 10, plus 7 slashing damage. So that's 21 slashing damage for the first attack. Oh, wait, plus 10. So that's going to be 31 because I called my shot beforehand.
Would you like to describe it?
Like I reach my like gauntlet right through where the throat would be, and it looks like my character's grabbing nothing, but then Morgan just squeezes his grip, and it's like he just rips, like Mortal Kombat style, just rips his spine right out.
That totally happens. And instead of blood, there's a spraying of what looks like an ethereal spray of misty water where it doesn't even fall. It just goes up into the air and dissipates.
That was so cool. Did you see that? You see that?
Corbin just kind of wiping his face off. Yes, it was pretty cool.
All right, hey, nothing's on your face.
But yeah, well, I feel the sensation as if I need to.
Oh,
He's
it's like
just-
when you start thinking about bugs or something and then you
Yeah.
get like real itchy. Okay,
Yeah.
From
gotcha.
far away, Mora just thinks he's fixing his hair.
This is in nature, yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, with my second attack, I'm gonna run over and flank the other guy. I'm gonna rinse and repeat. And no nat 20s this time, but does a 16 hit?
It does.
Okay, cool. So I will not double my damage. But that's gonna be 10, 20, 25 slashing damage.
Wow, all right. Cool. Anything else?
That's gonna end my turn, sir.
Corbin, that puts it to you.
All right, Corbin's going to go ahead and try to take a bite out of this ghostly's form. Let's
Gross.
see. 23 to hit for a total of 9 damage.
Cool.
And
with
a
that bite, there, am I right in saying that you do not recover anything if it's an undead?
correct, and that has to use any. I have to use an ability which I didn't use anyways. So I can bite, but then I can also activate like my teeth, and I didn't activate my teeth.
Gotcha. Cool.
And that'll be me.
Mora.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do what I always do.
She said defeatedly.
Well, like I feel bad. Like, here's my one trick, guys. It's my pony. Okay.
Which is like funny, but isn't that the whole reason you play a warlock in our other campaign is because warlocks are eldritch monkeys?
I really like the Eldritch Blast though. Okay. All right. So a 17 hit. I think we
Yeah,
did
it
this
does.
already. Okay. Please pause while I roll this d6 a billion times. All right. 5 plus 3 is 8. 10. Okay. 17 and then Does a 16 hit?
It does.
Okay. 10 plus 3 is 21.
21 total.
Yes.
Describe it, if you would like.
Yay! It explodes again into that misty mist, and Corbin fixes his hair.
There's a hollow thunk as your psionic blade buries itself into the temple of the Banshee, and then the Banshee just explodes into the misty mist, and Corvin fixes his hair. Good job. Thank you. Thank you. They've been chasing me for the last 30 minutes. I'm so out of breath.
I look at him.
Sleep.
I look at him. You said he was a very portly man, right?
He's a portly, balding man. Yeah.
And banshees, don't they float on the air or something?
Yeah.
I put my hand on my blade in suspicion because I don't believe he just ran for 30 minutes as those things chased after him over the air.
Thank you for saving me. He doesn't notice. He doesn't notice the hand on the blade.
That's okay. I'm sneaky.
I can tell that you're not from here. You should leave. If you can, you should leave.
Where is here exactly?
Darkon! The whole place is falling apart. The shroud is eating up everything it touches.
Is there like a city nearby? A town? What are we looking at?
The city has been cut off from us. The shroud has created a border, and no one goes into the shroud and comes back out. There are some people who have found ways through the shroud, be it under or over, but I am not one of them. I know not the way. You must get out of here if you can. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I?
You're in safety, and I just kind of lead him back where we came, and just hope he makes it a direction.
Safety? No! 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 You must leave. This isn't safety. This is Darkon. You must leave as quickly as you can. The shroud is eating up everything. He takes a satchel off of his body and he hands it to you fervently. Here, these scrolls must be protected. Within them lies a secret. What secret? A secret I've found? Where am I? Who are you?
I believe the correct answer is Darkon this time. And
Darkon! We're in Darkon! It's not safe here. You have to leave. The shroud, it's eating up everything it touches.
From what he's describing, do we recognize the shroud to be similar to the collapse that we witnessed when we were in I forget what the first place was called? The lake town?
Oh, Hellview.
Hellview, yeah.
If you kind of look around, you don't see anything like that, where that was kind of like a swirling maelstrom within a walled-like boundary. You don't see anything like that. You do see, off in the distance, you see a great barrier of very thick mist. Beyond that, you see some far beyond that, you see some mountains. And as you continue to look around, you actually see what looks like a castle in the sky that has broken apart into 4 large pieces. And it looks as if it's just been suspended in the air instead of falling to the ground.
If you had to estimate the height, would it be about a 5-minute flight from the ground?
You'd get a better estimate if you got much closer. to it. It's quite a ways off in the distance.
Okay. Well, thank you for these. And I just kind of mime at the satchel.
How did you get those? Those are my scrolls.
Yes, and you handed them to me.
Why would I do that?
In fact, you were just about to show us to this town, Darkmo. You're about to bring us over there.
The town? What town?
Darkmo, you were about to take us there. You give us a tour.
There's no town. Where am I?
Is he wearing long sleeves?
He's wearing like kind of a thick robe.
Okay. So he can't check his arms for notes that he writes to
Yeah,
himself.
that's what I was
like in
going
all
to
of the
say.
movies.
Yeah, he needs some tattoos.
Yeah, if you like, you can. Yeah, you can try at least.
I'm not going to tattoo him.
Do we have something?
I pull out
To
a
write on
pencil and a little hammer. I got
Oh.
this.
Okay, really fast. Not to like metagame too much. Okay, we first landed in that realm. They weren't losing their memories, right? They were just like emaciated from, and like they were throwing people in the lake and stuff. Wasn't that a thing? What did we ever encounter anybody who was like losing memories too? Or is this our first?
We did. We started losing memories.
Oh, that's right. We couldn't recall things. Is that lame? That I was like, this sounds familiar. Why can't I remember? It's because we couldn't remember in our game. Okay, I'm sorry. We're back. We're fine.
We couldn't remember anything before Hellview. We were kind of
Okay.
Hellview was like our starting point. And anything
That's
before
right.
that.
Okay. And then we would remember too hard and we'd forget. Okay. Sweet. All right, I'm back. Sorry. I was like, this seems familiar. It's because it was us. All right.
I just leave him in the fog, kind of confused, as he doesn't seem to make any progress, and I just kind of, I don't say anything. I just kind of point towards the castle, towards the base below it, and just before I start moving, I just see kind of like my party to see if they're up for it or not to go that direction.
I'm your ride or die, sir.
Sure, let's go to the castle. Nothing ever has happened to us before when we did that.
You can't go to the castle. He sees you walking off. You can't go to the castle.
Well, why not?
Well, look at it.
Yeah, the architecture looks great. They really took their time on it.
It's falling apart. It's the source of the shroud, and the shroud is eating everything. It's not safe there.
Does the shroud work on a time scale that humans would be worried of?
What? Sorry, imagine your face.
Stares at you blankly.
Because we don't see it actively do anything, right? It seems rather still.
It is still, yeah.
Okay.
Do his pupils look dilated at all?
Give me a medicine check.
Just kidding. Sorry. Oy. Oh, that was a nice roll, but I don't think I'm very. 16.
No, they are not dilated.
Okay, then. Well, if you're not going to the castle, where are you going?
I'm not going to the castle.
Where are you going?
I need to leave. I need to get to safety. It's not safe here. The shroud is eating everything that it touches.
Point
Sounds
to
like a
the
good plan.
safety.
Well, where am I now?
Okay, never mind. Corbin, you want to go to the castle?
Let's go to the castle, guys.
You
Can we
can't
like
go to the
point him in
castle.
the direction of the manor? Like point him in that direction. Like keep heading that way and.
If we were really nice, we could take him back, huh? Like if we were really nice.
I think we might be at capacity.
Yes, we don't want his kind around here.
You're right.
A lot of people.
We're all out of seatbelts. Like,
The fire marshal's been sending us warnings by mail.
We've already spent so much adding on.
Are there any trees around?
Trees?
Yeah.
There's trees, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do one of those. Quick, what's over there? And I point behind him.
Trees.
No, like behind, so he looks. What's that?
Tree.
And then I run behind a tree. Okay, never mind.
I say we just follow Corvin and just head down and let this old timer do what he's gonna do.
Look, pretty lights, and I cast dancing lights as a cantrip just to kind of see if I can catch his attention like a moth.
Yes, they are pretty lights.
This guy's a dud. Oh.
Well, okay. I know that real us would be like, oh, old guy was just chased by banshees from over that direction that he's warning us about. Yeah, let's go over there. But I feel like that's what we're supposed to do.
Also, we are looking for Arthur, and we believe Arthur could be here.
Yeah. Are you Arthur?
And this man is not
I check
Arthur.
him. I check him for disguises.
You know
And I go to his
Arthur?
robe. You know Arthur?
I know Arthur. How do you know Arthur?
Wait, is Arthur in the room with us right now?
We're not in a room.
Oh, good.
We're in Darkon, and we need to get to safety. The shroud is eating everything it touches.
But first, we've got to get Arthur. Quick! Where
You
is
know
he?
Arthur?
Dang it.
Last I saw him, he was at the castle.
Perfect. Goodbye. And Corvin just runs off.
He's like, I'm done with this conversation.
You
Goodbye.
can't go to the castle. It's not safe. That's the source of the shroud. The shroud is
As he
eating
gets quieter in the
Hear you.
distance.
Yeah, I think we should just
We should keep
follow
walking.
Corbin.
Somebody broke him. Let's go.
If you guys are just straight up walking away, he shouts after you, Castle Avernus has never been safe to begin with.
Just continue walking.
You give him the thumbs up.
Yeah.
And then it seems like he kind of forgets what just happened and he slowly wanders off.
Fun.
Does it appear like the air is normal? Like if
Something's
I stop
gotta
and I
be in the
sniff
air.
it, like it's not like gassed with anything.
Why
or
don't you take a deep
foraged.
breath for me?
How about I roll a nature check? We call it solid.
That's the equivalent, yeah.
Okay.
I could do detect poison or disease.
Oh.
Is
If
that
you
a
want.
is that a ritual spell?
Action or ritual.
I love listening to her in the background. She's
I
so
know. It's
fun.
like the
Oh,
ritual's
you can
going
hear
right now.
that?
Yeah.
Cool.
She's so cute.
She's just vocal stemming it up.
Is it a ritual spell or does it require a spell slot?
It says action or ritual.
Okay, cool. I would definitely recommend doing a ritual. That way you keep your slots.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that. Cool.
And then, Mora, if you wanted to roll a nature check, you're more than welcome to do so.
Let's do it at the same time, Lonnie. Girl power
She-
activated.
She has 10 minutes to cast.
It takes
Well, I'm gonna take a really long deep breath.
Oh, God.
Just kidding. And then I'm like, what are you almost doing?
Yeah, no, the air, when you inhale and exhale, there's no particle, there's no spore, there's no bad taste, there's no smell to it.
Even when I rolled a 19?
You detect no, see, I knew you'd roll high. You detect no poison, you detect no maladies in the air at all.
What's the pollen level?
You need
There's
clarity.
no way for you to measure that.
All right, Lonnie, what'd you get? I got nothing.
Oh, she cast it. You detect nothing.
Oh, JK, I took credit for your casting. It was really nice casting. I'm sorry. I thought I was doing a really good job breathing.
No, that was a joint effort, all that information.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Go team.
I didn't help. I just held my breath.
You like
Is it
passed out on
safe?
the ground.
Is it safe?
Better safe than sorry.
Mhm.
You look over at Morgan's like holding his breath like this, but you still hear him breathing through his nose.
Is it safe yet?
It's safe.
Oh my gosh, I don't think I could have held it much longer.
Corvin's like, really? That's all? Corvin feels like you haven't seen Corvin move his chest in a long time.
Because you did. So yeah, you guys continue walking. You're headed straight toward the castle, which you now know is named Castle Avernus, and you reach there. You reach there. You come across no other beings. You come across no other monsters. You're just kind of walking through this lightly wooded forest until you reach a very large crater in the ground. And from this crater, were you to look up, you've got about 600 feet above you before you see the bottom of the castle. And from the castle that is floating in air, suspended as if stopped by time, you see a great many tendrils of thick fog just pouring out from the castle.
And Alan's still with us, right?
Alan is with you. He hasn't said a single word this whole time.
That's what I was making sure. So it's like,
Yeah.
did we lose him again?
You look around. Where did he go? How do you lose a guy in a wheelchair?
Is the castle wheelchair accessible?
Seeing as there are no ramps leading up the 600 feet that it would take to reach the castle, no.
Does Alan have a pendant of his own?
No. You four got pendant or those talismans.
I think two of us wearing the pendant should be able to grab the wheelchair and kind of fly it up.
Can I cast enlarge reduce on? Well, how heavy is the wheelchair before I do this? Is me and Morgan able to carry it sufficiently?
It's made of a very sturdy wood, so it's about 60 pounds.
Oh, okay. And Alan himself?
Alan himself is about $180.
Okay, I mean, I think we should be good together. I don't have a lot of strength. I have 8 strength, but I think if we team up, we should be able to fly him up, possibly.
It'll look really cool if we can.
I'll watch.
Not so much if we can.
So you guys want to grab? Does everybody want to fly up?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And Corvin, Morgan, you guys want to lift Alan in the wheelchair and take him with you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to need you guys to give me 2 strength rolls.
A piece?
No, 1 each.
Okay.
The average of which needs to be greater than 15.
Okay. Do I have a way to get advantage? Because I got a 13. But my other number is an 18 if I had advantage for some reason. Do I have inspiration? No, I do not. So 13.
22.
Okay.
That'll do it. Yeah, because math is easy for me. It didn't take me a second. That does it. You guys are able to lift him up and carry him with you, and you all begin to fly upward toward Castle Avernus. And it are you coming at it like straight from the bottom, or are you coming at it like from the side? Are you flying up and then going over, or are you just
Were we able to see if there was like an external floor or ground on the outside of the castle walls, or does it seem like the castle came up like right at the walls and there's not much cliffside beyond the wall, if that makes sense? Is it basically did the castle fly straight up and there's no rock to walk
There's no
on?
landscape with it.
Yeah.
Yes. So like there was that crater that you guys were at the foot of. So there is quite a bit of earth that went up with the castle. But with the castle breaking apart and falling away, you can see like a lot of some major walls have been kind of breaking away from it. You can see rooms. You can see whole wings that are accessible. So it's as if the castle itself has been divided into 4 areas because it's breaking apart. So you'd have a great many choices of places that you could land. It's just, do you want to land like on top of the roof? Do you want to land in a room?
I'd probably head towards an exposed room if Morgan is also like headed that direction.
Yes.
Okay. Constitution saving throws.
This is
Everybody.
12.
Is it breath related? Because I do in fact don't breathe. So
it's not breath related.
Okay. 5.
Okay.
I'm sure
Laura,
that passes.
I'm going to be honest. I was putting Pippin on the bed because he was clickety-clacketing, so I missed. What are we rolling for?
A Constitution saving throw.
Oh, good. That means things are fine.
10.
This many. Yep.
Yeah. I rolled it into the dice spot. 15 plus 1. 16.
Mora, you
Hello.
take 12 necrotic damage.
Did I see this attack happen?
Everybody else takes 24 necrotic damage.
Aochi.
Did I see it happen? Could I dodge it?
Nope, it's not an attack.
Dark.
There's nothing to uncanny dodge.
Can I dodge?
As this necrotic energy seeps through your body, what do you do?
I try to not drop Alan. And do we see a source of this necrotic energy, or does it just kind of like permeate our bodies all of a sudden?
No, it just permeates your bodies all of a sudden. It's like you know how like when you get out of the pool and you're still really wet, and then all of a sudden a gust of wind hits you.
Okay.
It's like you weren't cold, but now all of a sudden you're super cold. Yeah, so you were totally fine, and now all of a sudden you feel like the inside of you is dying.
Where that one movie, what was it called? By what's his bucket? With the trees that were trying to kill everybody? It was The Wind.
Oh, Two
By
Towers.
M. Night.
Happening.
The Happening, I think, right? M. Night Shyamalan or whatever. Yeah.
We're not going to talk about that movie. The Happening.
Well, Morgan, you feel the wheelchair kind of dip a bit as Corvin kind of starts gliding downwards. Were we headed towards when this happened? Were we in the very like bottom room, or were we like towards one of the middle rooms?
You were flying toward the side of the castle. I'm not sure where you guys decided that you were going to try to land. You got nowhere close. You got maybe 100 feet from the wall, like the nearest wall of the castle, before this hit
Um,
We have no idea where this came from, do we?
No. All you know is that it hurts.
Donut.
Corvin will just shout, Arthur! And then he'll just fall a bit, making sure he doesn't tip the wheelchair.
You shout, Arthur?
Yeah, just to see if we hear a response or anything like that.
Ah, okay. Are you going to continue forward? Are you guys going to stop
I was planning
in the air?
I was planning to head down. Like after we hit the force that damaged me, Corvin wants to get out of dodge, but I have to stay with Morgan. So if Morgan doesn't want to move, I'm basically in non-tipping point of the wheelchair.
Okay. So that begs the question then, what's Morgan doing?
I see Corvin going down. I'm just, what are you doing? We're going up? We going down? What? Just kind of confused.
Yeah, so if Morgan keeps flying up, I will fly up, but at like a lower elevation, just kind of following Morgan.
I keep going.
Okay. Mora, Lonnie, what are you guys doing?
I'm going to watch to see what happens because I can't risk another 24 hit. So I'm just going to see if they make it through or if that was just a one time.
I think Laura's tending to the house gnome, but I'm pretty sure she would stick with you. Corvin and Morgan, I need Constitution saving throws.
Oh no! Can I change my mind?
Not right now.
A natural 1 for a total of 7.
Oh no!
Oh no! 17.
Whew. Corvin, you take 36 necrotic damage.
All right. Morgan, you feel the wheelchair get a whole lot heavier and also go perpendicular. I need Alan to make a dexterity saving throw.
Cool. Morgan, you take 18 necrotic damage.
Yeah, I'm going down. I'm not down, but I'm going down back to the ground as quickly as possible.
Cool. Make a strength saving throw to keep Alan from plummeting.
Oh no!
He's able to stay in his chair.
I just rolled a crit fail.
Oh, jeez. Corbin falls to the ground and then a wheelchair just smacks on top of him.
Okay. Lonnie, Mora, you see the other two continue on, and Corvin drops from the sky, along with Alan shortly after him.
So Corvin's still alive, correct?
For
You
the
see
very
him drop-
moment. Okay. I'm going to start heading his way.
Okay. Cool. Absolutely. Because Laura is still gone, I'm going to assume that she's going to run toward the...
I run toward him!
Or she's going to fly very quickly toward the paraplegic that she insists on flirting with.
Oh, but he's just playing hard again.
Catch him?
Yeah. So I need both of you to roll strength saving throw.
While I'm running to him, I'm like, please don't play hard to get this time. You said strength saving throws?
Strength, yeah.
Ah, beans. Alan, you're in for a bad time. Oh, okay. That's not bad. 17.
11.
Cool. Mora, you are able to grab onto Alan's wheelchair and stop him from colliding with the ground. Lonnie, you do reach Corvin, and you slow him just enough. You do save his life, but you take 4 damage as you both collide with the ground.
Am I taking any death saves?
No.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say Lonnie used her body as a
Okay.
The gnome. The
body for
gnome.
life.
If I was conscious, I would thank you there, Lonnie, but
So I'm an assassin, so I have nothing to help people with help. With health. But is there anything we can do with like our medicine checks at all? Like if we do a good medicine roll, can we like
broken bones?
Like I don't know, mend wounds that we see, or
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna try and do that.
You can
somebody.
use a medicine check to stabilize.
Okay, I do that maybe. It's an 11.
Yeah, you stabilized.
Who is Corbin?
Corbin, yeah.
Yay, you're stable. Something
Stable
we
and
don't
not
get to say.
dead.
I'll use my cure wounds.
oh, good, because I rolled a 4 for the amount of hours I was going to be unconscious.
We would have just dragged you by like your feet. Kidding, kind of.
Trying to get Corbin to not become deader.
Morgan, you're still conscious?
I am.
Kind of.
Mostly
How much did you
dead.
heal for, Lonnie?
What's the difference?
I'm at 2 health.
Oh.
Oh, jeez. Lonnie, how much did you heal me for? I assume it was me, but I don't know.
I rolled an 8.
Okay, nice. Thank you. Well, thank you. Where am I? Who are you?
Oh, man.
The ground.
Take them back with the other guy.
I imitate the fat guy. We're in Darkon!
Hey. It was really accurate. Good job.
Morgan and I, we were in the private chat. We were talking about how we both imagined the Nightmare Before Christmas mayor when you were talking about it.
Oh, yeah?
That's what we were picturing. That's why I was like, there's no way he outran banshees.
Well, he's not shaped like a triangle. He's just,
Round.
So a little more like Sir Topham Hatt is what we're thinking of here. Thomas the Tank Engine reference. Nobody's watched that? Apparently, I'm the only one who watched PBS as a kid.
I did.
I guess so.
I watched the math show with the cartoons, and they used math to travel space.
You nerd.
What? We're off topic. Let's save the castle, or at least Arthur. You know what? Maybe we need to go back and just forget about Arthur. We're not doing so good.
Since I'm literally on the ground, I haven't stand up yet. I'm going to look into the hole the castle came from and to see if there is anything underneath we can make sense of. Is there like a cave of any sort? Does it seem like it was recent? Like, does it look like there's freshly turned dirt, like worms or anything like that moving?
No.
Lonnie, you're a druid. Is there?
Unpacker.
Oh, sorry. Is there anything that looks like it would be good to eat around here that would help our health? Like berries? In video games, there's berries you can eat.
Don't think I have that knowledge.
You don't know nature? Look around.
Hey, druid.
Druid.
Yeah. I'm going to go in second wind and healing word myself, just so I get up a little bit more.
Oh, you can use that on yourself?
Yeah.
Good to know.
Well, it sounds dirty. You can, in fact, touch yourself.
I imagine Lonnie looking around while all of us are like lying on the ground, passed out, and she goes, "And I heal me."
Hey, like on a plane, got to put your mask on first.
Yep.
True.
I got none of those healing abilities, so like.
See, I have healing word too, but I don't think
If you
that's
have the
as
other,
good as-
yeah, if you have cure
as
wounds,
what-
use cure wounds. So
Okay. Yeah, looking at it now, I'm like, why did I?
yeah, I only have healing word. I don't have the option of the better heal.
So we're in this castle that's trying to kill us. Arthur!
You're not in the castle. You've gone back down to the ground.
Yeah, we're on the ground.
Arthur!
You're looking for Arthur.
Oh, good. This is a voice I can trust. I look around.
You look around and you see silently has walked up on you is this large, hunchbacked, elderly, purple-skinned woman with long, matted gray hair and horns coming out of her forehead and going back around her head. She wears a large, tattered cloak, and on her long, lanky fingers, she has fingernails that are about the same length as her fingers, and she waggles one out at you. Up to some mischief, are you?
Well, you can't spell mischief without I and I. I don't know.
I like you. Tell me, what do you want with good old Arthur?
How does everybody know Arthur name?
And I said, hey!
There's a
What
PBS
wonderful
reference.
kid.
There we
Yeah,
go.
there we go. Hey, Arthur! Why have we not been yelling at you guys?
Yes,
Because we're
what you want. Arthur's not here anymore.
Oh, cool. This is a fun waste of time.
Lonnie's sassy.
I know where you can find him.
Aw, are
Is
you
that
going to
gonna
tell
cost
us
us?
out of the
Yeah.
secret? Yep.
He is within the walls of Castle Avernus. Yet, as you've seen, you cannot get close. I can help you for a price.
There it is.
Side quest activated.
You know, I don't think she meant necessarily. You know what? Let's just hear her out. And Corbin just lies back down on the ground. He
Sorry,
hasn't stood up yet.
Pardon him, he fell out of the sky.
I have a device that can make you corporeal, incorporeal, one of the two. Back and forth. You'll need it if you wish to walk the halls of Castle Avernus. But such a thing, valuable as it is not given for free.
And what exactly is your cost? I kind of just like hunch up a little bit and then head back down.
Ooh, what indeed? Perhaps a soul?
Fresh out of those lately, sorry.
Shame, for I would require two, one to change you and one to return you back. If you were to bring me souls willing and beautiful, I would be able to help you.
And what was this thing called again? I think I Googled the wrong thing.
The name of my device?
Yes.
The name comes with the first soul.
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about a digital phone and video service called Comporium, but I must have misheard.
Digital phone and video.
I will tell you for a price.
Ah, a fellow bargainer.
Can't spell bargain without I. That's gonna be my new thing. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry, this is so dumb. I'm back in the game.
It becomes less profound the more you be using it.
Yeah, I can't spell profound without you, so here we are. I'm done now. I'm gonna drink my little drink. It's my little
It was
soda.
in this moment we realized we were in the Feywild.
Okay, so you have something to help us, but we're not allowed to know what it's called until we give you something. And after we give you something, you'll tell us what it does.
I need your agreement before I go spilling me own guts to you.
How about you spill the beans, because that's a little easier to clean up. Sorry.
An offer to be made then. Should you change your mind, call. And she holds out to you a small seashell.
Guys, this is Comporium. It's that digital video and calling service I mentioned. I'm really sorry. I will mute myself.
No, don't.
Do you take the seashell?
Yeah.
Okay. Until then, I'll be waiting.
Wait, how do we
And
use the seashell? We
A
just
portal opens up behind her, and she steps backward through it.
I don't think seashells work the same here as they do as where I'm from.
Can we see anything through the portal, or is it mostly like a matte surface where we can't see?
You
she's
saw
going.
what looked like the inside of a large hut,
So
some kind of domicile. You definitely saw like a table on the edge of a chair.
I don't do much of this very often because I decide to play my character as a complete goofball half the time. But might I use some of my abilities in research of my knowledge of monsters to recall? Because I think this might be a hag of some sorts.
Well, that's just a little rude.
Might I do a roll to establish that, sir?
Yeah, you can do a roll. Let's say you can roll either for insight, arcana, nature, or survival. I'll give you some options there.
Awesome. I will roll for Arcana on this one. And that would be a dirty 20.
Oh yeah, that was a hag.
Yeah, that's an old hag right there, and that's probably, yeah, that shell's probably cursed, and they never give anything good for free. We can go nab that old fat guy and give her his soul.
She did say willing, unfortunately, and that requires him to remain,
He doesn't remember
studious.
Yeah, he would have remembered.
Yes, he doesn't remember, but that is also the problem. Is it really willing?
We gotta be
And-
quick.
Are we going to talk about how the chaotic evil guy is the one giving moral advice to the rest of
Neutral
the party?
evil, okay,
Sorry.
not chaotic
Sorry,
evil.
Neutral. I'm sorry.
I'm more the chaotic one.
Okay.
We could just lure him and then get him to agree and then do the switch real quick.
We can
So he
definitely
doesn't have
try.
time.
I'm not against it.
Okay.
I just
well,
don't
here's-
know if it will work.
What do you?
Alan.
What does one soul do? Like, am I using it right now?
I mean, I'd say probably not. Does a Dampier actually have a soul in your campaign? I have no idea if they do.
Yes.
Okay.
Does Lonnie have a soul?
Corrupted maybe, but yes.
Just kidding.
All
I'm
right.
sorry. I don't know, guys. I know that like I'm a changeling assassin, but the idea of luring somebody's soul for like I don't know, it feels weird to me. It's like I don't feel like they did anything wrong. I don't know.
What if they did?
Well, let's go find. That's what we'll do.
He
Let's
was
go
pretty
find.
annoyed. Let's go find him.
I was gonna have higher standards than that. That's okay.
I think he
Sorry.
did annoy us to a point.
Sorry there, sir. I know we just ignored you and walked away, but would you be willing to give us your soul?
It's okay. He
Who
won't
are you?
remember we left.
We've been here the whole time.
We're best friends. We're
You
friends.
We did
with
have these
Arthur.
secrets. I point at the scrolls. Do you think she would be interested in haggling for these? And I'll open up one of the scrolls and try to read it.
Ah, yes. You open up the first scroll, and the first thing that you see is a map. This scroll is corner to corner, edge to edge, filled in with a map of what you believe could be the entirety of this domain. This in the top it says Darkon, and then you have cities, you have bays, you have islands that are all notated. It notates you where like certain roads from which city to which town are connecting. There's a swamp, the forest of shadows, the mountains of misery. Very cheery place, this Darkon. And and then it's as if like throughout this map in large jagged strokes are it's like where pieces of the map have been shaded in, like where you can't see what's there. It's all been covered over.
Does it look like it's been like intentionally like scribbled over due to like changes, or does it look like someone hastily scribbled to like try to block information?
It's very deliberate.
Okay.
So like these scribbles, you can see where they first like outlined the borders of the areas that they're scribbling out and then filled it in afterward.
I was distracted by the house gnome. When we're looking at these things, does it look like scribbles we would recognize? Like, does it have handwriting on it that could be Arthur?
Scribbles it's kind of hard to determine based on handwriting because it's just scribbles. And so no. But you're pretty sure that it might be the guy who gave it to you.
So I need to figure out how to get him to focus.
Or are we talking to Banshee chased guy?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm
That's
glad we're going
exactly
along with
what
this
the guy
plan.
scribbles.
Well, I'm sorry. Somebody was talking to me and I'm very sorry. But okay, so this is what we're doing. We're going to trick. I look at him and make sure he can't hear me. So we're just going to trick him. That's what we're going to do.
We can try, definitely.
Yay for no morals in this game.
Well, it's a soul regardless. What was your plan, Mora?
I mean, are we wearing shoes? Could we trick her? And I'd like take the soul out of my shoe. And we could be like, here's your soul.
She needs two, so that means we'd only have to give her a pair of shoes.
Or I'd like one of my souls. Can one of you guys offer one of your souls? I don't know.
Like Rumpelstiltskin.
My shoes kind of break off every time I go into wolf form. Haven't you noticed I'm barefoot most of the...
I can give you one of my shoes. Sacrifice is willing to made. I mean, hopefully she doesn't get very angry, but we can definitely try. But should we go bother him anyways?
You know, I think we should try the shoe thing. She's a hag and a fae, and they're quite literal.
All right. Well, I hold up the shell to Mora. You're the one getting cursed.
Oh, are we doing this?
Well, that was your plan.
I don't know. I
you're
just feel
saving
bad for
two
this guy all of a
people's lives.
sudden.
Just steal his shoes. Okay.
You get to feel
She
good
said
about
she needs
yourself.
two souls.
You get to feel good about yourself. You're saving two people's lives, and maybe risking your own. And I hold the shell up to you.
Where's that mist? I want to go back. Arthur!
You hold that into the shell phone?
I was laying into the mists.
Oh, okay.
I was being hopeful.
Just,
Is that what you
as a
said?
side note,
Oh, go ahead.
if she does decide to attack us, we're gonna die.
You know, I know.
Putting that in meta.
I mean, but is the mist is right behind us, so I can just be like, bye.
Yeah, true.
The shell phone was for us to call her. I know it was an accident. Is for the just to call her back for any reason.
If you wanted to bargain with her, that's what that's for. If you wanted to accept her bargain. 2 souls for the use of her device.
But we could bargain. So can I get her down to 1 soul?
You can try. You can try to haggle.
What would you offer in replacement?
Can you guys carry Alan? We'll give her this really fun wheelchair she can ride around in.
Just strap him to Morgan's back.
Look, it's like your own carriage.
It's like Banjo-Kazooie until we get another wheelchair.
Gonna have to Yoda it.
So, are we making this call? We're going to go sacrifice 2 people. I mean, they have to be willing, so it's not really a sacrifice if you think about it.
Maybe she can give us directions to a town?
I mean, we got plenty of people back home. We could just go.
You do have a map if you need directions to a town.
Shh, stop giving us away, DM. Does she know we have that map?
Probably not.
Hey guys, I know I joke about dying and not caring in this campaign as much, but like the idea of restarting at this point.
And we gotta sacrifice 2 people.
All right, dibs. I'll go.
Doesn't have to be us.
All right. Shallow. What are you supposed to say into it?
As if you blink, the whole world around you changes. You're no longer outside. You're no longer in a lightly wooded area below Castle Avernus, which floated above you. You are now in a very rundown, dirty, dusty, dank, humid cabin-like room. And the hag stands in the corner grinning at you. That was quick.
Yeah. I guess they just had a little bit of an extra question. So the deal is we bring you 2 souls.
2 willing souls of high value.
I look at my shoes. They look pretty good. I take off one of my shoes and I start to take off the sole. And these are pretty good.
And yet they are of no value to me.
But it's a soul.
It is not a soul of high value. You might be clever, my dear, but you are stupid.
Oh man, is that stupid with a U or with 2 O's? Because one of those will hurt my feeling. Okay. Okay, so 2 willing souls of high value. I don't want to waste your time because you seem to be really into the making of deals, and so time is precious, but I don't know exactly what would be of high value to you.
Make me an offer, and I'll tell you if it fits my needs.
Can you talk with animals, Lonnie? Do we have like 2 little birds, 2 little rats, 2 little things?
Does she have any little creatures in her house?
There are no little creatures in her house. One of your souls should do nicely.
Just
A
like
down.
Yeah, I'm a little.
Pay me 2 at once. I'll take 1 now, and 1 before I change you back.
Wait, hang on a second. Change us back from what?
You need to be a different form if you want to traverse Castle Avernus.
Can I transform into the hag? But I can be a different form.
Amusing, but not the form you'd need.
I try to think of like a burly, handsome man I saw at the last village. Is this more what you're looking for?
You turn into Morgan.
Oh gosh! Is this more what you're looking for?
Oh.
Yes, his soul would do.
Okay, that's not what I meant. I'll go back to me. Okay, when you say down payment, do we get it back? Or if we come back with 2 different souls, then like you can trade it out.
I'll take one now, and I'll change you. You can go up to the castle, do your business, maybe you find Arthur. But when you come back, before I change you, I'll need a second soul.
Will the first person get their soul back?
No refunds.
Hi. Because, like, no joke, you guys, little side story. When I was in high school, I had a friend who liked to bet souls on things. And just as a joke, they, like, leaned in. They're like, you bet your soul? And I said, sure. And I lost. And, like, 2% of me is a little nervous that my soul is owned somewhere in Michigan now because that's where this person lives. And so maybe I just want to play this in a game again. So,
You die and it's like, oh no, I'm going to hell. No, worse, Detroit. Sorry.
I've been there, it's worse.
Okay. You know what? What happens when you have a soul? Like, does the person still function without it?
You won't even notice a difference.
Okay. All right, cool. I'll do it.
She extends an elderly, long-fingered hand.
Wait, will I still have use of like my psychic blades? I like those. They're all I have in this game.
She's already said you won't notice a difference.
All right, cool beans. And I shake her hand.
Great.
More or less turns into less.
And we're going to stop it there with Mora selling her soul to the hag.
But you know what? This seems more worthy than what I lost it to in high school, so it's fine.
Glad you think so.
But since you were able to sell it now, then you still have it. So it didn't work in high school.
Maybe if I just say please really nicely when we're back, we'll be good.
I guess it's something that you might have to try later.
Yeah. I do have a +6 in persuasion.
Where we're ending it tonight because tomorrow is Monday and folks gotta work. Thank you all for being here for this wonderful introductory session into the realm of Darkon. Please join us next week as we learn who is the second soul to go. Maybe, depending on how well you guys actually bargain, because so far it's not very great. See you next time.